I kept
Even a
spreading
liar
it.
has to stick to their own story in the vain hope that they might be believed.
Yeah, so that's not actually true. If you actually know anything about the psychology of
Perhaps it was
liars.
you who placed Mr. Potter's name in the goblet of fire in an
Yes.
attempt to orchestrate this entire fiasco.
Yeah, so actually the only reason why Harry survived is because I was there and I didn't orchestrate the fiasco. The young Mr. Crouch organized the fiasco.
Do you want to know why I always write the perfect article, Albus?
I'd love to, sure.
They said that all the time turners were destroyed.
That's true.
Yet Rita Skeeter is quite resourceful, wouldn't you agree?
Sure.
Do you think it's possible that Rita Skeeter managed to procure the safekeeping of at least one time turner which she could use to her advantage?
I find it hard to believe the time turners were guarded with the utmost security.
Don't underestimate a journalist and their methods of acquiring whatever they seek.
Well, we'll see.
Did you know that some even claim I'm an animator? What do they call the guys? The shapeshifters?
Animus?
An animus?
Something like that?
Animagus?
Yeah, an amingus.
Do you know what kind of animal I could transform into, Dumbledore?
A beetle.
A beetle? Close. I think it was a fly at one point.
It's like a flying beetle.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. You're close to the mark, Dumbledore. That's how Rita Skeeter should have died. Someone just steps on her enemy's form.
No, who knows?
McGonagall just like steps on the beetle. Repulsed by the sight of it.
Well, they're both still alive at the end of book 7, sort of, so...
And Rita Skeeter did what article did she write about?
It's unclear
She
what...
always knew that Voldemort was returning, and she praises Dumbledore, who
Right.
she always supported, and Mr. Potter.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
You see, I wrote those articles on purpose to throw Voldemort off. I always believed in young Mr. Potter. I was his biggest supporter. Do you have a feeling she went to his thing?
Without question, yeah.
What, sorry?
Without question, yeah.
You see, it was all in an attempt to deceive the Dark Lord. He wouldn't concern himself with Harry if he knew that Harry, Mr. Potter, was severely discredited. Or his credibility was all but non-existent. Well, you know. And you have to ask, now say this, now Dumbledore is like, can I ask, now it's my turn to ask you a question.
Now it's my turn to ask you a question.
Ask away, Dumbledore. How do you live with yourself?
How do you live with yourself?
It's not easy. So, carry on. Yes.
You're interviewing me.
Oh, yes. So, how do you feel about the death of Cedric Diggory?
Great loss.
He was only 17 years old, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Going out with a 14-year-old.
Sorry.
Going out with a 14-year-old. How old was Cho Chang?
I have no reason to assume
14,
that she was
15.
only 14. I mean, she may
14,
have been
15.
17 for all I know.
No, she was like fourth year.
Fourth year is 15, right? No.
Fourth year is fourth?
First year he was
Yeah,
11.
let's just assume she was 15.
Okay.
What was your thoughts on inviting Victor Crumb, Hogwarts champion, to your school?
Well, I
Did you see
actually...
to it that he received the proper accommodations befitting of a man of his station and stature?
His headmaster made sure of that.
His headmaster, an Igor Karkaroff, an old Death Eater, if I'm not mistaken.
Reformed.
Reformed. Calm now, Dumbledore. Are you truly naive enough to believe that? He
Karkaroff.
was in Azkaban, prior to his exoneration.
Karkaroff gave vital information against Voldemort's regime. He risked
And
his
such
life.
information was that Severus Snape was still loyal to the Dark Lord. Is that correct?
That matter was cleared. Severus Snape is no more Death Eater than I am.
Quote, it's a lie! He remains faithful to the Dark Lord. All my Harry Potter knowledge is starting to come back to me. So you mean to tell me that you invited an ex-Death Eater, an ex-inmate at Azkaban prison to your school? And you wonder why there was tampering with the Triwizard Tournament and Mr. Potter's name being placed in that goblet?
I invited a school.
Not only that, who gave you...
And Igor Karkaroff was not involved with any of the misgivings that were going on, actually.
That is not true. He had warned Severus Snape that of the Dark Lord's return.
Yes, we were aware that the Dark Lord was attempting to return, but none of us realized just how close he was to the goal. It seems that the Dark Lord has taken certain steps to guard himself from death. Steps that no sane person could ever step upon.
You really think it's appropriate to disclose this information to Rita's skeeter?
That's a good point.
Wait. Avoid?
Obliviate!
Yeah, exactly. Wait, you mean to tell me that he means to cheat death?
I don't really know anything.
7 Horcruxes. Interesting. I think you just gave birth to the second Dark Lord. I, Rita Skeeter, will split my soul.
Just 7.
No, not just
8.
7. I will go beyond 7. 700.
Good Lord. Can't imagine why someone would want to split his soul at all, alone.
You lack imagination, Dumbledore. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. So you invited an old Death Eater, and you also Professor Snape being an ex-Death Eater.
Professor, both were formed.
How do we know you're not a Death Eater?
Well,
What if you're in
it was my agent's spell.
Wasn't your old friend Grindelwald? You seem to happen to know a lot of Dark Lords, now do you?
I took down Grindelwald, and it was my agents.
And how do we know the world hadn't just replaced one Dark Lord for another?
Well, because there were years of peace in between the two, and then it was my agents who took down Lord Voldemort the first time, and we will take him down again.
Some say Voldemort is the strongest Dark Lord in the history of mankind. You must join him.
That's not going to happen.
It seems that you haven't caught on to where Rita Skeeter's true allegiance lies.
I think I did.
Some may believe it's Cornelius Fudge, but Rita Skeeter has become a Death with the promise of all. You must join him, Albus Dumbledore. You must join me, and together we will destroy the Sith. We will destroy the Dark Lord. May I inquire as to why a Jedi Knight is on Geonosis? Well, anyway, you know that line or something?
Tracking an assassin.
There are no bounty hunters here that I'm aware of. That's totally
That's a lie outright. Because he recruited Jango Fett. He was seen later with him on the balcony, so that's like total, it's total focus.
You're talking about two
Count Dooku. Darth Tyrannus. No, I don't think the public knew that he was Darth Tyrannus yet. Or the Jedi knew he was Darth Tyrannus yet.
Right.
Ooh, let's talk about Star Wars.
As you wish.
Well, you asked me a question about Star Wars, and I should have known you. Because I'm a good guy.
Okay. Alright, well. Interview Kenobi.
And who's interviewing him?
Whoever you want.
Who are the reporters in the Star Wars universe?
They're not focused on.
They don't focus on that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't focus on reporters. Actually, I don't know if that's true. A lot of people. I mean, at Star Trek, there's basically they never focus on reporters. There's basically no reporter. I'm saying it was a starship, so it's like, I guess there were reporters, but they didn't make it a thing. It's actually an important area that Star Trek hasn't really developed yet.
Well, I don't focus on reporters either.
Ask your questions.
Well, maybe I don't know if I want to do a Star Wars interview, but because there's very little that's in the public notes about the things that we, the audience, know.
Yeah, but you could just...
Like, they don't know what a Sith is. It's just like a...
No, the Sith were an ancient race.
exactly.
I mean, they're extinct now, but...
They know that a Sith were... Well, they don't see Sith... They saw Sith as just like another sect of the Jedi that are, like you said, gone now. They don't know the exact details.
I don't know. I mean, the Sith used to not be a secret. It used to be a big, open...
Yeah, I hear you. Sith Empire.
Army,
Yeah,
yeah.
they had Sith Empires. I hear you.
Ask your questions.
What I mean is that if they openly said that Palpatine was a Sith Lord, the politicians in Gallup, they wouldn't really care. They're like, so he's entitled to believe, have his own religion or whatever. You get what I mean?
Well, I know. I mean, the Sith
been...
were evil. They were, the legend has it that their lightsaber.
Well, the Jedi knew that, but I don't think the
No,
politicians
I
or
think
the
it
galaxy would have bought that. They're just
No.
like, it's just a separate sect
No,
of Jedi.
it was well known that they were an evil empire. They were murderers. They had no honor. It was well known. And the Jedi were a noble people.
Not really.
Yeah. You take a look. All the fan fiction. They all discusses this.
No, but the point is that even if they revealed to the Senate that Darth Sidious was a Sith Lord, that wouldn't have been probable cause.
It is.
No, it wouldn't have.
A Sith Lord, by definition, a real Sith Lord, by definition, meant evil. There's a separate
No,
thing
the
that you
Jedi,
could...
the Jedi know that, but
No,
the
public
politicians
also.
do not know that.
Sure, you can look in the history books. The Sith were evil people. Legend had it that to turn their lightsabers red, they had to kill someone.
No, actually, those lightsabers were just synthetic crystals.
Well, some people say that, but there
No,
was
that's
also...
I'm talking Star Wars Legends, not Disney canon. In Disney canon, yeah, they probably know the Sith are evil. No, but in Legends,
Legends is a particular series. No, I'm
Legends is
saying
the
like in Zane
pre-Disney
Carrot, no,
era.
but like for example in the Zane Carrot comics. So it's well known that the Sith are evil.
oh, but that was 4,000 years before.
Yeah, but it was in history. It
And
was
they
known the
sort of
Sith were
had their
evil
own
empire.
And they had their own empire, right? Like I said, I don't know if they deemed them as evil. I think they were just more like a separate sect of Jedi. You know?
No, they were definitely evil.
I'm sure there's some who knew, but
No,
4,000
they
years
were well
later, all that.
Yeah, but it's historically. It's like, let's say people would want to be, Viking warriors today. No, there's a separate thing you could say, which is, I'm not the old type of Sith. I'm a new type of, the reformed Sith. That you could do. But
No, but people hated the Jedi too.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they
Everyone
did.
loved the
There was a
Jedi.
lot of Jedi hate.
Who hated the Jedi
In
other than Dooku?
in the times of the before the Empire came about. There's a lot of Jedi hate.
Everyone loved the Jedi.
No. In in the Old Republic era, I imagine that they liked the Jedi compared to the Sith.
No, in episodes 1, 2, 3, when Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan were around, everyone loved the Jedi.
No.
Naboo was like, yay, the Jedi are here.
No, politicians, senators, yeah. They,
Evil politicians hated the Jedi. No, but the average person, the Jedi was someone who was known that he would stand up for the common
society,
good.
In high society, Jedi were viewed as good.
No.
And there was a lot of people, you're right, a lot of people saw the Jedi as noble, absolutely.
The only
I'm
people-
talking about like the commoners, the poor people.
They all liked
not
the Jedi.
associated
They
with-
all liked the Jedi. The only ones who didn't like the Jedi were criminals because the Jedi were the law.
No, there was also
they were
like,
pure law.
there was hate associated with the Jedi, but not in
Not that
high,
you see in the
not
movies.
in high society.
Most
It was
of-
more like
Not that you see in the movies.
not in the movies, no.
Right.
Like in
So
the
you-
expanding universe.
Maybe some, I don't know, not the ones I've seen. Maybe there's like a particular series that depicts them that way.
It's etched around, but it was like you said, the one high society often regard them in high esteem,
Okay.
whereas lower society, I don't know, they were just superstitious about them. You know, they saw them as smug, arrogant, self-righteous. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Come in and do what they want, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? But there were a lot that saw the Jedi as like people involved in military campaigns or people like politicians or senators saw the Jedi as noble and didn't believe the whole empire propaganda, but they quickly learned to shut their mouths, because Palpatine wasn't having none of that. You know what I mean? So
Pose your questions.
my question is, what if Rita Skeeter is a Dark Lord of the Sith? I'm just joking.
Listen, I mean, no one saw Palpatine coming. He was a soft-spoken, he's a politician. No one imagined that he was a Dark Lord. Evil, maybe an evil politician. And even that, they only realized, like, at the end. And even then, they were, I don't know, evil, maybe ambitious, whatever. But he was a murderer.
The Jedi were fools. Well, then again, who could realize when someone's master plan is about to be enacted, right?
Well, different people you see coming. Like, some people are just easier to see coming than others.
Yeah, but Sith Lords are on a whole other level. They're
Dooku
they are supposed to master the art of deception.
I don't know. Dooku and Sidious did that. They had to, but Darth Maul never had to hide who he was, nor did Vader.
Okay, there's a reason.
And once
for that.
once the Emperor gained control, he didn't even like hide that much. He was just like, I won now. That's it.
But he was still known as just the Emperor or Palpatine to the public. No one was aware that he was a Sith Lord.
I don't know if it would have made much of a difference.
Except Tarkin.
Tarkin knew.
Tarkin suspected that Darth Vader was... Tarkin was educated, so he knew. Right, listen? Tarkin was educated.